But yes, I'll be a little quieter, and I will have my mic muted for a lot of it because I'm hacking quite a bit, and I don't think anyone wants to hear that. But I'm here. Let's go fight a rock tortoise. That's all I know, that we're fighting a rock tortoise. Why is sick gamer best gamer? Listen, I slept most of the day. And I eaten, and I've had medicine, and I'm drinking water. I'm not sacrificing for a video game. And also, I want it to be very well known that I have a comforter around me right now. I am in a blanket burrito. Thank you, CJ. Yes, normally I'm like properly sat up and in real clothes and all this stuff, and today, no. I am in PJs and a sulky blanket burrito. Don't call it that. I'll put it in the wash after I'm not sick anymore, and then it'll be clean. But anyway, Katarina's here to fill the void, since I am not
He's putting a lot of pressure on me today.
I am. I'm counting on you. Please and thank you.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much story ends up getting done. I'm still very annoyed by our perspective character. Yeah, perspective character. That's what we're gonna use.
What do you mean? We had the memes yesterday, or not yesterday, Friday. The best memes.
Yeah, but people are gonna get tired of that. there's no way I can keep bashing Vaughn for the whole game. People will be like, yeah, keep doing that. It's like, nah, it's gonna get overdone eventually.
But the memes, Katarina, the memes. Yes, ask Kat a million questions. Make her engage. Hi, Andrew. Yes, I am the sick. Thank you, Andrew. It always feels really weird when you go from like the level grinding at like at double or at 4 times speed. Okay. It's always weird to come back to like regular speed. It feels so slow.
Um, so far I'm actually interested in all of the three other like adult characters that we've met. Um, uh, Fran, Bethar, and then what's the our my evil twin did it character. Sorry, I'm terrible with
Bosch.
names.
Bosch.
Bosch, thank you.
Yeah, Balthier, Bosch, and Fran, she says.
Yeah, I actually find all three of them to be rather interesting characters for wildly different reasons, actually.
It's because Fran's hot, isn't it?
No, I'm curious as to why Fran is with the Sky Pirates and isn't still with her clan and that kind of thing. I'm interested into how she got here.
Yeah.
She is hot though. But no, I'm actually very curious as to why she's here with the Sky Pirates. Like, I'm just interested in how she got there. If that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. In fact, they put a pin in it and say, "Look, it's weird."
Yeah, like, they spent so much time being like, look, isn't this strange? And then they just haven't brought it up again. And I'm just kind of like, hey, hold on.
They only mentioned it
we
one
go?
time. Oh, don't worry.
Can we go back? So yeah, I'm actually interested in all three of our, I will argue are better protagonists.
No, but yeah, that's not an argument. They're a better protagonist, yes.
Okay. I'm more interested in our better protagonists because they actually seem to have, I don't know, integrated interests in the situation opposed to just getting caught up in all of it. So it'll be interesting for me to see how Fran got there, how our Sky Pirates friends became Sky Pirates. Like that's a whole nother ball of interest in mine. Like is I'm curious what the context in the world is. Are Sky Pirates just a thing that exists, or are they people who are politically motivated? Like, yeah. Anyway, I have questions.
Yeah.
And our Sky Pirate seems extremely suave and well spoken, so makes me wonder about his level of education, where specifically that education came from, that kind of thing.
Yeah. 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 Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
There we go. No more rock toys.
Gotta meet other VR first to know. I mean, that's fair. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm most interested in Balthier as to where he's from, what his background is, all that kind of stuff too. And I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
Ha. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now that we've taken out the rock tortoise thing, I go get our reward. I think there's a side quest with it too, like afterwards. So we didn't kill it? I thought I killed it. Was it the Adamantoise? The biggest of big boys? I don't think so. What's that? I don't even know what that is.
No, I'm starting to cough too.
I didn't do it. Innocent.
Huh?
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent.
Uh-huh.
Eh. We're gonna fight some roly-poly chickens. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I say that, but these are some of the hardest things early game that you could get.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's... okay, I guess.
Ask Rain, he'll tell you. The Cluckatrice and its little chickens. Little chicks. Rain over there just mourning my passing, and I haven't even done anything yet. Jesus.
Yeah.
I grinded for the rock toys, not for the Cluckatrice.
Ha. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Right. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Ha.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Ha. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ha.
And we're good. Listen, they're really, really dangerous chickens.
Also, are we sure we're pronouncing their name correctly?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it looks like it was spelled Cluckatrace.
Oh, that one was. It's special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the Cluckatrice, and I think the little ones are called Chickatrice. Because they're, it's chicks. Haha.
Oh, okay.
But the regular ones are cockatrice, like they always are. The hunts are usually unique enemies.
Understood.
See? There's one, a regular one. Cockatrice. Okay.
I gotcha. Yep.
Yep.
I was just like, hold on.
Okay, we're good to just start now. For some reason, I'm not surprised.
Sir Bosch von Ronsenberg. It was not so very long ago that I announced you had been executed.
And that is the only reason I draw breath.
So you are the sword he strung above my head. Vane has left not a thing to chance. And?
A leader of the resistance has fallen into Imperial hands. A woman by the name of Amalia. I would rescue her, but I need your help.
This resistance leader, this Amalia, she must be very important. You understand I've my position to consider.
Would you let us see Larsa? He's got my friend with him.
I'm afraid you're too late. Lord Larsa's cortege has already rejoined the Imperial detachment. I am told they will depart for Rabanastre upon the arrival of the fleet this eventide.
Vaughn, that's a good thing. He's gonna drop off your friend.
What are we waiting for?
For you to calm down.
Captain Ronsenberg, surely the exigencies of position are not lost on you. Why, indeed, you should find the enemy's chains an easy burden to bear.
Wait.
Sorry. Can't be helped.
Summon the guard.
Huh?
They are to be taken to Judge Geese.
Did I just get captured again? I just got out of prison.
Those decrepit basking fools in Arcades tie my hands, and look what happens. I tell you, this country's obstinacy knows no bounds.
The insurgents in Rabanastre operate alone at present. However, should they garner external support, the situation could worsen. We have found the counter-imperial elements in Bujerba to be conspicuously well-funded. No doubt Marquis Ondor is behind this. Ondor must be reined in.
By the way, the Marquis has written us a letter. He claims that he's recaptured our runaway. He's given him to Geese.
He will die by my hand.
Your fraternity is moving. Ah! Geese returns with Larsa. Tomorrow morning they will leave Bujerba. See him home safely, Gabranth. Now I'm expecting Dr. Sid. You may leave.
We must see the real thing, to be sure. Nabadis taught us much. Yes, it's well hidden. They'll be off chasing after shadows, the fools. Ah, yes. The reins of history back in the hands of man. Ah, Vane. You seem to be enjoying your job as consul.
I was kept waiting fully 2 years. What news of Arcades? Our honored members of the Senate?
Hard at work, as always, trying to find a dagger for your back.
They are welcome to try.
Honestly, it looks pretty good by this point. We have to stop meeting like this.
Majesty.
After what you've done, how dare you? You're supposed to be dead.
Come now, come now. Have you forgotten your manners? This is hardly the courtesy due the late Princess Ashalia Benargin Dalmasca.
Princess?
To be sure, she bears no proof of her former station, no different than any mean member of the insurgents.
The Resistance.
His Excellency the Consul asks the Ministry of the dethroned royal family in restoring peace to Dalmasca. Those who foster instability and unrest, who claim royal blood without proof, they shall meet their fate at the gallows. There are no exceptions.
I will not play puppet to Vayne.
King Ramanas entrusted me with a task. Should the time come, he bade me give you something of great importance. It is your birthright, the Dusk Shard. It will warrant the quality of her blood. Only I know where to find it.
Wait. You took my father's life. Why spare mine now? You would have me live in shame.
If that is your duty, yes.
Stop being so stubborn. Keep on like this and you're gonna get us all killed.
Don't interrupt.
What?
Vaughn, that stone.
It was in the palace treasure.
Well, well.
Splendid. You've brought the stone with you. This spares us a great deal of trouble.
Don't give it to him!
You have to promise. No executions.
A judge's duty is to the law.
Vaughn, you're...
Take them away. My lord. Lady Ash is to be quartered separately.
This one I give him. There's no way he could have known how they work.
Vayne Solidor, what fascination does this hold for you?
Knowing what they are is one thing. Knowing how they operate is totally something different.
So you were carrying it all along. The Fate's jest.
Tell these fates of yours to leave me out.
Keep quiet!
There was nothing else that I could do. You know that.
Oh, I understand. Honor, duty, and all that. I still can't believe that was a princess.
I say keep quiet!
The Marquis has been busy.
Not lightly did I beg his aid. Listen, it's been a full 2 years. I alone have kept Her Majesty safely hidden. I doubted friend and foe alike. I could trust nobody.
You did your duty, and mine for me.
I'm getting her out. I need your help.
Of course.
Both. He had no way of knowing that the shiny rock was important. Nor did he, like, again, it's one thing to know, like, what the judges are, and that's something he should have known. But knowing the intricacies of how they operate and how shitty they are as people, that's something different. You'd have to actually, like, be part of the Arcadian military to spend any length of time with them.
I mean, okay. Sure, but... Vaughn surely could know that him just being like, no execution is promise, it was not going to do anything.
I mean, sure. But he's trying his best. He is only 17. This is obviously stuff that's far above him. You can't tell that he's a little out of his depth too, because he looks at her, which says don't give it to him, but then looks to Balthier and goes, what do I do?
It's you hand it to the guy with the sword, or the guy with the sword takes it.
Yeah, so but you can tell he's clearly out of his depth that he knew that, so he looked to essentially his now mentor figure. Balthier is his mentor figure.
Right. Fair enough.
And the mentor figure said, go ahead and give it to him, so that's what he did. And then tried his best to, get something out of it.
Wait. A word of caution before we set out. See that red web of light spanning the passageway? It is a mechanism to detect intruders within the ship. Break one of those beams and an alarm will sound, summoning the guard. The alarm should cease after a time, but it's better to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Come, Her Majesty awaits.
Sure, Rain, absolutely. It just seems like, I don't know, an extra level of naivete. And I get it, he's 17, but still.
Well, remember, we're not talking just 17. We're talking 17 in a non-modern environment. And clearly not educated.
Fair enough.
Yes, he is in fact naive. It's just there's a reason for it. They do make sure that you know there's a reason for it. Does it excuse everything he does? No, not even close. Is it enough to be relatively okay? Yeah.
Dude's standing there with a gun and just goes, what do I do?
Yeah.
And then dies.
Huh? What gun?
Or it was the guy that you first killed in that room.
Oh, it's a staff. It's not a gun.
Is it? It looked okay. Maybe it didn't render properly on my end, but it looked like a stick that was about a foot long.
It is, but it's a staff.
Oh,
They're
okay.
spellcasters.
It was more of a wand. Okay.
Yeah.
The way he was holding it made me think it was like a gun of some kind.
Yeah. There are guns in this world, but they usually use stabs at this point. Oh no, it is a gun. I was incorrect. I actually paused and looked at him that time.
Yeah, okay. I was right.
Don't worry about it, Rain.
Yum. Ice cream sandwiches. Today in our lesson on cartography.
Yeah.
You keep looking at the map.
Listen, I don't know where I'm going.
No, Rain, there's only enough for like a couple for me and Ice. No,
I'm using it for my throat.
that too.
Oh, I've been trapped and tricked.
Oops.
Yeah.
You set off the alarm, didn't you?
Clearly, it did such a good job.
Wait, why'd the alarm turn off?
I killed them all.
That's not how alarm works. There's an entire flying fortress here.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm using it right now. But no, to actually answer your question, it's on a timer. It goes off for a certain amount of time. And as you see, I just kind of wait it out. Just like whatever.
Fear not their numbers. Take down the leaders and the others will follow.
Yeah.
Oh, there was my spellcaster. Oh, I got them confused. They're using the same, like, pose.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not allowed.
You are unharmed?
Vossler,
Majesty.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. You...
Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Panelo's still out there.
We should hurry. They won't be long.
We will talk later.
I've got a real party now, ladies and gents. Oh, Ash is amazing.
And we never saw Fran again.
Pretty much. I'm glad you figured it out.
I'm saddened by this, but that's okay.
Listen, Ash is better. I'm sorry, Ash is better.
No, I know. I'm aware.
Ash is so good. She didn't exist.
You're missing the cardboard cutout, huh?
There we go. She is back up to snuff. Oh, goodness. Bottom. No, but I have mentioned it without being asked. Oh yeah, they've had for a little bit. Yeah, if you picked Bushi first.
Majesty, we will cut your path.
I will not place my trust in the sword of a traitor.
Yet trust his sword we must, traitor or no. I see no other way. We track back, commandeer a ship, and make our escape. Her Majesty cannot abide weakness, least of all in herself. We must make her confront the reality of our plight.
Listen, I'm not here to lecture her. She's just gonna be here as my person now. Oh, damn it. Her gambits aren't actually on.
Standing there and be like, what'd I do?
Right? And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I spent so much time setting this all up, and then I didn't push the power button. A momentary lapse is all, of course. And you see the giant staffs now. By the way.
Yeah, and they're the same pose, which is why I thought the other one was a fucking staff.
You know, the other one was much shorter. I'm like, that's a gun. And he just kind of stood there and pointed it up in the air. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Use that thing. Her and Vaughn are getting along just fine. Yep, I'm sure they are.
How
I'm sure
dare!
She doesn't want to murder him, I'm sure. To be fair, Rain, you never know if you've put the components together perfectly correctly until you push the power button. It is a daunting moment for new computer builders.
god damn it, both here. Here. I have him doing all my work for status effects, I swear.
Bless you. Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the objective right now? Open the map. Okay. Ash is clearly a princess and she does what she wants. Including taking on a whole set of guards on her own. Just antagonizing the locals. Nah, antagonizing the locals. not important. Go to bottom of room. Oh, so you just get to reset the alarm for 60 seconds, and then try and sprint through the areas as fast as you can. Yep, that's all it is. It's not gonna change the timer, it's just gonna reset it to 60. Wait, where are you going? Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh, I'm going the right way.
Vaughn.
It's okay. We're okay.
Geese knows you've escaped. You must hurry. You are Captain Azalus. You will follow me. We must reach the airships before they do.
You would let us leave knowing who we are?
Lady Ash, by all rights you ought not even to exist. That you and Captain Ronsenberg were made to appear dead is like a hidden thread laid bare. Your actions hereafter will pull at that thread, and we will see what it unravels. This is our chance. We must see this through and get to the bottom of it. I believe 'tis for the good of Dalmasca and the good of the Empire.
Very well then.
Thanks, Lamont.
I must apologize. Penelo, for you. May it bring you good fortune.
Thanks.
Lars is a
Let
good
us
kid.
go.
Oh, god damn it. Listen, I haven't had these people in a long time. Thanks for the hydrate.
Such a great shame. I must confess, I thought you the one who would help us restore peace to Dalmasca. No matter, we hold the proof of your royal lineage. A maid of passing resemblance will serve our purposes now. As for you, my dear, the Empire requires you no more!
What was that?
The Nethicite.
Your Majesty does not disappoint. Ever quick to spurn an honorable surrender, as was your father.
You know nothing of my father!
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Oh. Yeah.
We've secured an Atomos. Come.
An Atomos? All skiff, no ship. Hardly fit for a leading man.
So I can fly it then?
You're mad.
He tried.
Can't we go faster? Not yet.
Hasn't gone too fast, they'd have noticed.
Balthier, your handkerchief. I thought you might want it back.
I shall wear it close to my heart.
Perhaps you forget all that Ondor has wrought.
I do not forget, Majesty. It was by his counsel, dangerous though it may have been, that we were able to free you. You must meet with him, Your Highness, and give ear to his words. He may act in league with the Empire, but his heart is not.
It is as he says. I ought not have kept Ondor at so great a distance for so long a time. I have played the fool.
You were only being cautious.
Majesty, I would ask you for some time. On our own, we struggle in vain to restore Dalmasca. I must search out some other way. Until I should find it, I would have Bosch remain at your side. Doubt him you may. But I measure his loyalty to Dalmasca no less than my own.
I know you would not speak so lightly. Very well.
Keep her well. Go to Ondor and there await my return.
Oh! Hello, Silent Soul. I will stretch. Now that I'm actually in a good spot to do so. Be back in like a minute. Alright. I got up real quick, did a good stretch. Now let's keep going. Back to the guy who put us in sort of jail for the second time.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenaster, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion. Of course, at the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons. Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
Halim, we are past all this. Bushirba must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
I once knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms. Your Majesty is a woman grown now.
Then Bushirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vane. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen. Without that, the Grand Kiltias on Bo-Omises cannot and will not recognize your Majesty as the rightful heir. You may yet be a princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless. You will remain with me. We do nothing till the time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your Majesty propose we do?
Uncle Halim.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days? Food would be a start. The good stuff, mind you.
This can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know. Ah, best bring a change of clothes, too.
I like him.
Balthier is best character.
What are you doing? This is Balthier's ship.
Though charismatic, he's extremely brash.
I'm going to retrieve the Dawn Shard. It's the proof that I need. I know where it's hidden. I'll return his airship later.
Are you crazy?
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will not be made to hide. I'll fight alone if I must.
You still have Bosch, right? Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to concentrate.
That's quite enough, Your Majesty.
What do you think? A bit over the top? In my line of work, you never know when something like this might come in handy.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
You can't!
Trust me, you're better off staying here.
Suppose you kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to ask?
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Wraithwall's tomb.
King Wraithwall, you say?
Kidnapping royalty is a serious offense. It won't do much to lower the bounty on your head.
How much is the price on your head these days, I wonder?
Allow me to escort you in Vosla's place.
Will you be joining us?
What? Are you kidding?
Arc level
I don't want to
1000.
stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Canelo?
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
I like how everyone just tacitly agrees. Yes, we're kidnapping the princess. This is gonna go great.
Dr. Sid, does this set Draclaw?
I have confirmed he receives funds from Lord Vane. His agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zecht, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
My lord.
Do this for me, Gabranth. I could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
Whoa. This come in handy often?
It's tough being popular. Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Across the Sand Sea, to the Valley of the Dead, and to King Wraithwall's tomb below.
So when you're in yacht, skystones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
Happy you get to teach me something for a change?
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, you gotta know your... Hey, what do you mean for a change?
Come on,
At least we
accept
thought
it.
to bring
I'm smarter than
entertainment.
you.
Oh yeah? Says who? You want to see what they think about it?
I wouldn't be so confident.
I'm with her on this one.
Oof. Expensive things. Oof. Yep. Oh. One is going to be Shikari White Mage for a tank character, and the other one's going to be Shikari Foebreaker because Shikari Foebreaker is amazing. Oh shit. Oh, I was under the impression one was a DPS. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're back to the grind.
Technically, I'm just getting to Ravenaster.
Oh, okay, I was wondering if you were gonna grind out to get some of that equipment from the shop.
Yeah.
I mean, I will, but that'll be off screen. You can usually tell when I'm grinding on screen because I'll do this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, right now the goal is just to get to Ravenaster because there's some side stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. To be fair, I was always gonna have 2 Shikari because I also like Shikari Bushi. So, like, having 2 Shikari is just what I always do.
Reminds me of what Silent Soul's talking about. Reminds me of back in the day when I was playing the Star Wars online game. I was an evasion tank. Because for some reason, assassin Sith could be tanks if you made your evasion high enough.
That's how lightning works in 13 too.
Oh, it was hilarious because healers hated it, but everybody else loved it.
I gotcha.
Because if yeah, because if you get hit, it hurts.
Yeah.
I think I eventually balanced that out of the game, though, unfortunately. Oh well. Who knows? Don't play it anymore.
Then I might change what Vaughn is gonna be. Since you're telling me it's a tank character. Because Vaughn's gonna be the tank. Like, that's kind of what I've figured, because he's always in my party. So I was gonna do White Mage. To give him some, you know, extra defensive. But if the Foebreaker's also a tank, then I can make him a Foebreaker. Take advantage of his very nice stats. I haven't gotten to the tomb yet, so I can do that. Nice, nice. Wait, I wandered past her. There you are. Yes.
Wait, what? I couldn't read that fast enough.
From White Mage? I thought you get that from Bushi. Yeah, I would say, hold on. Yeah, that's I'm like, no, I know that combination. That's the Ayazmat one. That's why I said no matter what, I'm gonna have 2 Shikari. I just don't know what, but I'm just not really sure on what combination of Shikari I was gonna do. But 2 Shikari was always gonna be the thing. Between Foebreaker, White Mage, and Bushi. Yeah, but I was banking on Vaughn's really good stats, because he's got good stats across the board, so even with the magic lore, it would help Vaughn specifically. I don't like Ulan. It's slow. That's just a me thing, but I don't like Ulan. I think that's dumb. Oh, sorry, Katarina. I got distracted. She has recently left the forest and came to Ravenaster and is regretting her decisions.
Right. I just couldn't, I couldn't read the text. It went by too quickly.
Basically, she was saying that she should have thought it through more. Yeah, it was a good choice to leave. And for most of the time, you're basically telling, yeah, it was stupid to leave. You shouldn't have left. And she appreciates that. For some reason, that's how you advance the quest. You tell her, no, you were dumb.
I mean, I don't... it must be a huge culture shock.
Beer leaving the forests are, it's really bad for them.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, it's not just a culture shock thing. For her, it's actually a detriment.
Yes, I'm aware it's a taboo. It's also punishment. I believe in some cases they can be banished as well.
They're automatically banished. It's not even sometimes, it's all the time. They also lose their connection with their ancestral home, just naturally. They can't hear it anymore.
Interesting. Ooh.
Yeah. So the Ulan, the main issue with Ulan is that the actual animation time for the sphere swings is slower than other jobs. Like the spear animation itself is slower than other jobs. I also would prefer the combo rate. I like the faster stuff. Oh, I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the spears. I'm sorry, I'm just not. That's why I tend to go to Shikari. Yeah, I know. Who uses hand bombs? Yeah, like those were all bad. Like, I gave the archer to Fran because she doesn't have very good stats. The one good thing about crossbows, bows, and guns is that they're based on the ammo that you use rather than the actual character's stats. So you give those weapons to characters with low strength stats because they can't do damage otherwise. Respectfully disagree. The only thing that she has good for is speed.
Ha! Yeah.
I know they reworked her in this. I'm saying that with the knowledge of this game. Even with the rework, her stats are average, I guess. But Balthier has other good stats, though. Like, Balthier is clearly designed to be a physical fighter. And then Vaughn and Ash are just all around fantastic stat-wise. Where one is slightly better at physical things and the other one is slightly better at magical things. Again, I respectfully disagree.
Ha! Yeah.
You're free to have your opinion, and your opinion is valid. But from my experience, she hasn't had great stats.
Yeah.
And to be clear, I'm not a Fran hater. I love her as a character. I just don't think she's great for stats. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said he's clearly built to be a physical fighter. Hang on. I appreciate what you're saying, but also I don't plan on getting them to level 99.
So, where exactly is Wraithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross the Ogir Yensa, and beyond that, the Nam Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Delmasca. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm tougher than I look.
You are at that.
So, we can't use the airship because it's, like, the levitation stones don't work in this area. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
Yeah, something about this area doesn't allow for sky stones to work, which is what powers airships, according to
Gotcha.
the lore, I think.
Okay. Look, there's loot behind you.
Treasure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Ice likes to do, like, story analysis stuff, not necessarily mechanics and gameplay.
If I remember correctly, there's a power leveling thing here. Is it here? I think it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like lots of the little tomato people.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They have these little bastards in this game too.
They're fantastic.
Out for the vegetable people.
Magic auras are great.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskins build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabrodia, Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vosla, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm, as I could not when Rassler died, when her throne was taken. Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
I see. So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Wraithwall's tomb. The Marquis sympathizes with your plight, yet the Empire perches as a carrion bird on his shoulder. He can keep whispers of your abduction silent for only so long.
Yes. Tell me, Vossler, what have you accomplished?
We leave at once. This is Urutan Yensa territory, and they are unfond of visitors.
I think it's interesting how they pronounce the word mark in this game.
Ah.
Looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of attention. Let's quit this place
Oh,
while
look,
we
the
still
Tusken
can.
Raiders. I mean,
Move.
what?
Vossler! Have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
Yeah.
What? What, Andrew? You like my joke?
Yeah.
And fruit is an item.
It's a thing to sell, and they sell for a pretty penny too. You know, for that gear that I can't afford right now. Ash, why you trigger explosion?
Okay, we're gonna put this discussion to the side. Let's focus on the story, guys.
Well, there's not much story happening right now.
Sure. I'm
am
intrigued as to what the plan is here.
I'm getting fruit.
Oh no, I mean, sorry, I meant within the story, because he's saying that so the stone is the first step, but he's not elaborating as to past it, which I think is interesting.
So, essentially, this is kind of where that moment where you gotta have to be paying attention to the story outside of Vaughn's perspective, kind of moment. Sorry. But without the Dawnstone to prove that she is in fact the princess who is, you know, supposed to be dead. No one's gonna believe that she's the princess. So even if they get it back from Vane, right? You can't then go, hey, this is the royal princess who's supposed to be dead. No one's gonna believe that. So that's what they're trying to be like, okay, so we need to get your birthright back so that we can prove that you're actually the princess. So that when we do defeat Vane, you will be recognized as the actual heir to the throne.
Okay, so my question is how this particular item proves that. Does it just resonate with them or something?
There are 2 stones, from my understanding, and I think they're a type of magicite specifically. I don't think they're actual magical stones. They're just magicite.
Yeah.
But there are 2 shiny rocks that do glow when around the royal family. One is the one that Vaughn got that was then taken from him, and the other one is in this tomb. But there are only 2. That's why when Vaughn got up close to her, Ash, please quit triggering an explosion trap. You're going to die, and it's not even going to be our fault. Anyway.
Ash, you know, look, she saw something shiny on the ground, and she wanted to look at it with her foot.
Anyway, she follows her own rules. That's why the judge went all like goo-goo-eyed at it, at this particular magicite. And I think they are special in accordance to the story, but I think it's more like the type of magicite it is rather than them themselves being special. Or it's like the purity of the magicite, I forget. It is a special kind of magicite, but it is just a type of magicite. Ash! Okay. Come on, girl.
Yeah.
Their gambit stay close to group.
Man, I fucking wish, but no, the movement is something their AI just does. This is far. I mean, you can sorry. You can manipulate their movement by hitting the flee button, because it does force them to run with you and not do anything else. So you can manipulate it a little bit.
Oh, I see.
But like just regular moving around, no, their AI just does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here at the veggie people.
Listen, in 14, the actual quest line is gone, but I did the Mandragora quest line, and it was stupid then, and I'd never let them, you know, live it down.
Let them forget it.
Yeah.
Because the Mandragora quest line was in fact one of the ones that got cut in that post-Aroma Born story. It was like a whole gang of them that like began to cause trouble and you had to go investigate.
Oh no, I remember that. No, I remember that. All of the gear upgrades.
Theoretically, I've read in places that you actually don't need to be this anal about your gear. But I personally use it as a way to kind of measure my leveling progress.
Yes.
Like, regardless. So that's kind of just how I work. It's a way for me personally to, you know, make sure that I'm on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
So here, not self. There you guess. There's.
To drag Ash over a bomb again.
Gotta patiently wait.
She's a princess after all.
She is a princess after all. Although I didn't go far enough, I forgot.
Oops.
2 areas. Not 1 area, 2 areas.
So we don't really get outfit changes for characters. They have their set design and it stays that way.
Yeah, but we do get the weapon, and if they have a shield, the shield.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
For the most part, Final Fantasy does just that kind of change instead of the a full model change. 10-2 is obviously an exception. Lightning Returns is an exception.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, they tend to keep a consistent look, and the weapons and armor change, or the weapons and shields change.
They have a set look for the characters they want to keep consistent.
I imagine it's for the benefit of the story.
Perhaps, and it might also be like, think about it. They don't have to put anywhere near as much work into modeling.
That's fair.
They can spend more time on focusing on other things as well.
That's fair. Although they have been getting better about putting people in different clothes.
Oh, yeah. It's more of just like from like a designer's point of view. If you have all of your main cinematic characters in one outfit for the entire game, you only have to model that outfit once, and maybe in only like 3 different resolutions.
Yeah.
So it saves you a lot of time, and then you can have those modelers and designers and things go off and do other things. So it may just be a way of saving them time and money. And that's not a bad thing by any means. Like, I'm not saying that is like a cheap thing to do. It's the smart thing to do.
Nah, games are expensive. Take shortcuts.
When a lot of people hear like criticism like that, they're like, "Oh, you saying it's cheap?" I'm like, "No, I'm saying the designer was smart."
Yeah, right. Work smarter, not harder, guys.
Like, if you want to put that much work into it, go for it. Final Fantasy XIV is great. That is a hell of a lot of work, though.
Well, in Final Fantasy XIV, they do other things that help with their workflow instead.
That's true. Often it's just retextures too, which is, I mean, it's fine. Again, it's another smart thing to do.
Well, not even I'm talking like how our character, or rather how all of the characters move around. They're just using the preset emotes. They're not.
Yeah.
They have recently begun to use custom rigs and models. They've been doing it with Hildebrand the entire time, but even like our main cast, they're starting to warp them and play with them more. But like, nah, the conversation systems at play, they're emoting. They're just emoting each other.
Yeah. Which means your cinematic team doesn't have to work as hard.
It's for those big set piece moments where you have a bunch of characters all moving around at the same time and doing their battle things, and blocking is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money goes.
Yep.
And in the fight design. Because the cinematics and all the fights is obnoxious. It's full anime, let's go. And I'm all for it. Bring on the anime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, CJ earlier. Where did CJ go?
I imagine she's sleeping.
Oh yes, time. Yeah.
It's a guess though. If there's a CJ here, let me know.
Silence from the void. Yeah, the time difference between here and Japan is kind of just a bit. I do find this map system for skills very bizarre.
If you relate it to the sphere grid from the previous game, it's not nearly as bizarre as it looks. Because it works exactly the same, it's just a different look to it.
Hmm.
Honestly, I do like this more than the original. So the original was just, everything was open. The entire grid was open to you. Which made me specifically run into the whole paralyzing choice, like choice paralysis.
Yeah.
And I had a really hard time. I could not understand it.
So you like the slow opening of progression?
Well, it's not just that, but I like knowing that everything I'm working on right now is going to be actually good for the build that I want.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I like that security and knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a couple more of these rounds, and then I'll have what I need.
Yeah.
Gonna permanently lower the population of these little guys, aren't you?
No. They respawn after I move 2 areas, then come back. They're fine.
Yeah.
I had a 69 chain.
Ha! Yeah. Ha! Yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Just because I finished the grinding, and so we can continue just moving through the story next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.